the emotions after that, Chris?
Relief, and I'm also pretty proud of the group. 5-day turnarounds are challenging off a 6-day turnaround, and we got asked the question a couple of times tonight by Essendon, and we were able to respond both times. So I'm glad we've got an 8-day break now until our next game. It was always going to be challenging. The Hawthorn game was a big game for us. Hadn't beaten them for a long time. Really worked hard to get ourselves up to play it. Always a little bit of a danger tonight that maybe we would be a little bit off because of that in the short turnaround. Started unbelievably well. Probably should have been a fair bit in front at half time, a bit more than we were, given the shot differential. And even the inside 50 differential over the course of the game. So, we did a lot right. They're a high uncontested marking team. They didn't take many tonight, so we defended quite well. But in the end, at this time of the year, just happy to get the wins.
What did you like about the last 15 minutes, particularly when they got their nose in front, and a couple of weeks ago you were in a similar spot and it sort of went the other way?
Yeah, I thought a few weeks ago when it happened, we got a little bit panicky and, we're aware of the scoreboard too much. I thought tonight we did what we had to do when I think they got in front. There was good composure in the group just to build the ball up and to get scores, and I like that about us. In AFL footy, every game's tough. You come in, you play Essendon tonight. They're 6 wins and 4 losses. They're going okay. I know they had a few tall players out, but their midfield's intact, and all their rebounders. So I thought, in the end, we fought it out really well, showed good composure, and we'll take a little bit of confidence from that.
Bombers midfield really turned the tables on you guys in the third term. Did you have to give them a bit of a rev up at 3/4 time, or did they sort of know that it was?
Yeah, they knew a bit, but I was pretty firm on that. I mean, that was the big turnaround in the game, wasn't it? Like up until half time, we were doing really well in the contest, and I think clearances are somewhere around about even, but dropped away. In the third quarter, our pressure dropped away, our hunt dropped away, and they started to get it on the scoreboard. But we found a way to get that back in the last quarter. So you can't have it all your own way in AFL footy. It's a tough game. Every team's a good team. So yes, just happy to, as I say, be sitting here and having won, and we're in a good position.
Chris, what's the conversation like with Josh Dunkley, say at 3/4 time, when you say, "I want you to go to Jai Caldwell and do a job," and he just goes and does it? Yeah,
that's just Dunks. He's the ultimate team man. He'll do whatever needs to be done at any given time. And not only did he do that, but what about that smother in the last quarter? That was huge. He's the king of the 1%er, I reckon, Josh Dunkley, and maybe it should be rated more highly in the game than it is, because he just does it all the time.
Heard he's helped Hugh as well with some of the pressure side of his game. It's helped make him stand out more this season.
You think Dunks? Sorry,
Dunks has helped Hugh.
Oh yeah, he helps a lot of players. He's worked really closely with Zach Bailey as well. But Huey McCluggey's game tonight was huge. That's a big game. We had 41 and 5 score assists and 11 score involvements and lots of clearances. Don't know how many times he kicked it inside 50, but that was a huge performance by him.
He's been a good player for years, but never got that AA blazer. What's he done to maybe hit that next little level that might get in there this year, do you think?
He's probably worked harder on the pressure defensive side of his game, both to get his body stronger, but also to get involved more in that. I think he had 11 tackles or something last week, so that's a part of his game that's grown, and he's always been really good with the ball. But he's one of those fellas that he's forever trying to improve, and we talk about All Australians. I hope at some point in time he wins one, an All Australian Guernsey, because he's been such a consistent player for us for the last 6 years, really. First couple of years he was developing, but what he does now and the leadership he displays around the footy club, he goes about it in a quiet manner, but gee, he's effective, and he's a silent assassin out there, really.
Was tonight more of the Kyle Oman we saw last year?
Yeah, it was. He turned the corner last week, though. I thought there were some good signs last week, and he got his pressure game back a little bit last week, and it was there again tonight. And he got a little bit of a scoreboard reward. So I'm just hopeful for him that he gets some confidence from that, because it has been difficult for him. Set a high bar for himself last year. Been injured a lot. Looked like he was injured early in the game today. He hobbled off, but he was all good, and he helped us win the game.
You had a big challenge last week, a top 4 opponent at their ground. Looks like you've got a run of those matches coming up. Does that sort of whet the appetite before you go into your bye?
I think our boys will look forward to that. I mean, you know, we've performed pretty well against the other sides in the top 8 this year. When you look at it, I think we've played 5. Collingwood beat us, and then the other 4 games we've won. So Adelaide's going to be another one of those top 8 sides. We had the draw over there last year. We've always played tight games against them in more recent times. So it's going to be a good challenge for us, but I think the boys will be looking forward to it. We'll get 8 days to get ready, which is nice, given we've only had 6 and 5 the last couple of weeks. So I'm actually looking forward to one quiet day myself in amongst that 8 days somehow.
Chris, with that Kai injury, was there any, was it strapped, or was it like okay now?
They just did a little regulation, roll your ankle, strap it up, away you go. He won't miss any time. There's nothing sinister. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.